So, hey guys, all right. So, I guess the news is out. We are having baby number 4. Shit, we having baby number 4. All right. So, definitely did not see this one coming. I would say we've been pros at this, since we had Nyla. Like Nyla was planned, Naomi was planned, and Caleb was planned, right? This baby's like, I'm coming. Whether you want me or not, I'm making my entrance. Bam, I'm ready now. Whoa. So I just wanted to give you guys quick story of how everything went down, and again tracking the progress for this baby along the way and sharing that journey with you guys. It is gonna be a journey because again, he or she was not planned. I mean, I was like, bro, I'm not having no more babies with you, Oliver. I'm done. Shop lock. Like, I really didn't want to have any more kids. I felt like Caleb was enough, Nala and Naomi was enough, and this was it for me. Neither me or Oliver planned for this to happen, but you guys know how it happens, right? Get carried away. Right. So, like I said, we've been pros at this as far as the past 10-12 years of doing, these things, and just timing, and I don't know, just everything has just been great so far. But again, I've been breastfeeding. My period came back. I already have hormonal imbalances that I've lived with all my life, and which is crazy because if you rewind this like 15 years ago, I had doctors telling me like, oh, it may be rough for you to get pregnant because of this irregularity in my hormone, the prolactin hormone, and just things like that, which made me was just like, So when I had Nyla, it was more like, wow, I'm pregnant, and I was happy. And then we didn't even plan to have another child until we planned to have Naomi 4.5 years later, and then there she was. And then we planned to have Caleb 4.5 years later, and there he was. And this baby decided to make his or her entrance 8 months into having Caleb. Definitely didn't want it to go this way, even if I was going to have another child, which I probably wasn't. But I'm going to tell you, initially I was not excited, right? I was in shock. I was just in disbelief. Like, it took me weeks, months to get it together. Like, I'm about to have this baby. I just had a baby. I'm going to have a baby with a baby. I just couldn't believe it. Like, I knew I was pregnant, I would say instantly, which is so crazy because like my body, I'm very in tune with my body and things that goes on within my body and how my body changes. And because I've been on my fitness journey and just paying attention to everything that goes on, things that I eat, how I feel each day, how my body looks and feel each day, that when I miss my period, I was just like, okay, maybe it's just decided to go back on hiatus from breastfeeding, or just go back in its regular irregularities, because I do have irregular menstrual. So I didn't think nothing of it initially, but I swear, like maybe like 2 days after missing my period, I just felt different. And let me back up. So we had sex, because that's how babies are conceived most of the time. We didn't do the IVF, and this is not no futuristic clone, nothing in the lab. Right? But we was like, I was like, nah, we good. I'm supposed to see my period in like 3 days. 3 days. I mean, like, it was literally 3 days before my period was supposed to come that, we came. And I didn't think nothing of it, because I thought, like, I'm gonna see my period. Say we had sex December 27th. I'm giving you guys all the raw details. December 27th, I'm supposed to see my period January 1st. January 1st came, and it didn't come. It didn't come. It didn't show up. 3 days later, didn't show up. But I swear, 3 days later, I started feeling different. I started like feeling irritable. Like my whole mood changed. Like I was just cranky, and I'm not like, even if I get cranky, I don't stay cranky, you know? And I don't have PMS. Like you would never know I'm on my period. I'm that type of female, like where I don't get cramps, I don't get mood swings or up and down when I have my period. So when I started feeling irritable, I was just like, okay, maybe I'm just going through a phase right now. But I started like waking up and my body felt different, and I was like, okay, something ain't right. And I didn't think anything of it. I missed it and I didn't think anything of it. And then like a week later, I decided to take a pregnancy test, because at this point, like I was getting migraines like really, really bad. And I want to tell you about irritable. Like I was snapping. I was quick snapping at everybody. Shit, I was snapping at the baby like, Caleb, what you doing? You know, so I was like, something ain't right. Let me go take a pregnancy test. So I had a pregnancy test left over from when we took the pregnancy test for Caleb. And I peed on a stick, and it's a digital one. So I peed on it and everything, and I'm there waiting. I swear, like 20 minutes passed, and this thing still didn't tell me pregnant or not pregnant. So I was like, you know what? Forget this. This 3 minutes is taking too long. So I left it. I hid it because I didn't want Oliver to know that's what was going on, right? So I hid it in the bathroom and I left it and didn't remember anything about checking back to see whether it said anything until the next morning. The next morning, I looked at it and it said pregnant. I was like, nah, this ain't right. This is old. This expired. Something wrong with this pregnancy test. So I decided to go to the pharmacy. I was so anxious. Like, I went out for sushi and I was like, look, Oliver, I'm going to go get some sushi. And while I was out, I stopped at the pharmacy. And because I was so anxious, I decided to use the pharmacy bathroom. And I don't even like public bathrooms, right? So I went in there and I was just like, you know what? This ain't going to work. So I went to the sushi place to pick up, right? Instead of ordering. And I used their bathroom. Went in there, peed on the stick, and this time I bought the 2-pack again, and I peed on the stick, came out, and then it said, not pregnant. I was jumping for joy. I was like, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. You answered my prayers. I really didn't want this right now. And on my drive home, I said to myself, it's in the evening time. I drink a lot of water. My pee is very, very dilated, and I decided to wait till the next morning to take the next pregnancy. I'm like, best 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. So I took the other one, and these were the digital ones, right? So I took the other one, and the next morning I waited for it, and then it said pregnant. I was like, hold up, something ain't right. One said not pregnant, this one said pregnant. I don't know. So I decided to wait another week to take another one. So this time I'm like, I'm not going to go buy the expensive pregnancy test. I went to the dollar store and I bought 5 of them suckers, right? 5 for $5. Went to the Dollar Tree, got the pregnancy test, because they're the same ones they use in the hospital. Have you ever seen, like, you go to your doctor and they tell you to pee on a stick? It's like $1 pregnancy test. Like, it's the same thing. So I went and I bought them, and I'm like, all right, I'm peeing on these, right? I'm peeing on them like every other day. I'm going to do it like that. We're going to see. Let's see what this first one says. I did it, and boom, pregnant. Still in denial. Waited the 2-3 days like I said I was going to do. Peed on the next one. Pregnant. I was like, hold up. What? And at that point, reality started sinking in. Like, chick, you pregnant. Get over it. Come to terms with it. And I sat on the information and let it soak in, and I processed it for all of January. And Oliver could see, he could tell something was going on. Aside from the irritability, he just knew. And then he was just like, what? You're pregnant? Like laughing jokingly. So yeah, he knew something was up. So about early February, I decided to tell him. I was just like, all right, I'm pregnant. I videotaped him and everything. I'm going to show you guys his reaction to the news on that, so you guys can watch that. So ready for another baby? I'm serious.
Wasn't ready. Nobody never yet ready for the oops.
Yeah, love.
Miss it? Shout out to boy from see our friend.
Me not laughing, ain't no funny.
We'll take a camera from you if it's not funny, we could talk. Kill it, what one? Kill it. We're excited. It's good.
I'm not excited.
You just have one though.
Because I ain't want another one, period. Is that how it's playing?
Take the camera off for me.
Fast forward to now, we are at the end of February, and I've come to terms with, yes, we're about to have this baby, and I really took me a long time to get here, as far as like just, you know, being in the state of mind of being pregnant again. And not so much that, I mean, I'm pro-choice and everything like that, so to each his own, right? But my decision was mostly, my whole state of mind was not like whether I wanted the baby or not. It was just more like, man, I'm about to do this again. I just went through this. I was about to have my snapback. I was working hard. I was, you know, at it. I'm in school. This baby is young, you know, and I just felt overwhelmed with everything. Oliver was switching back from the military back to civilian life. You know, it was just a lot to soak in, and then to soak in that I'm gonna be a mother for, you know, it is overwhelming. So I don't want anybody to feel like it's easy, or I make this look good or whatever. Like, I'm happy now, you know. You just have to be happy, you know. It's life, and I'm going to choose to bring this life in the world. We are going to bring this life in the world and love it, and we are just going to make it work. Like, our family is strong. We stick together. We do things together, and that's all I can say. God had his own plan, because Nardi was about to snap it back and look good. I'm about to go through a different transformation. And I think I was more in my feelings like, bitch, you ain't lose all the weight yet, and you about to gain some more weight. Shit. Damn it. But you know what? I'm outside of that. I still, that still plays in the back of my mind. Like, this is going to be the heaviest I've ever been in my life. Because usually I gain the 30 pounds with the kids, and then lose the weight before even having any other kids. Just going that I have not got to that goal. Like, I was 178 before I was pregnant, and I was, you know, I felt like I was on the right track, but now it's more like I have to prepare myself. So what I'm going to do physically and mentally is just, you know, just pray on it, and then just continue eating good, continue exercising, and try to manage my weight to just get over that little devil that's playing in my head about gaining weight. And, you know, we women, we sometimes can be insecure, like, my clothes don't fit, so what am I gonna do? But, or I don't look good, I look fat. But just those little things play in my mind. But it's just more like, okay, I'm getting over it. So right now my focus is number one is to stay healthy and positive. Number two, finish my degree I'm supposed to finish in May, and I just really need to just stay on that course to finish in May and be done before baby comes in September. This way it would be a weight off my shoulder. I was doing my certification, my degree and a certification at the same time. The certification probably wouldn't have been done until after the degree. I'm doing it simultaneously actually, but because I'm pacing myself, it's a self-pace for the certification. So I had intend on finishing in July, August time frame with that for a nutrition certification. That may not happen as planned because I need a mental breather. But I definitely, that my plan is definitely to still try to do that. So again, staying healthy, manage my weight, staying positive. And I'm going to share this journey with you guys so you guys can rock with us as usual along the ride. Because baby number 4 is going to be fun. It's going to be epic.